Hi, Josh Barker with Josh Barker Real Estate. And thank you for checking out our market update for the month of July 2022. So first I want to start off by just saying happy 4th of July to all of you guys next week. I hope you have a great holiday. And let's go ahead and dive into the report. So first thing that we're going to be looking at right now is the actual sold report. Now this is provided by our local Shasta County Multiple Listing Service. I'll go ahead and zoom in here and circle it for you in red. There were 288 properties that closed escrow in the month of June last month here in the Shasta County MLS. If you go back 1 year ago, the number was 368. So our sales volume is now down by 21% year over year. Now this is the first example of what higher interest rates impact is on our local market. It's beginning to push down the overall volume of homes selling. The next report I'm going to bring in is our active home report. And what this does is gives you an idea of how many homes are actually currently for sale. So I'll circle this for you in red. There's 710 properties that are currently for sale here in the market. If you go back 1 year ago, there's a total of 539 for sale. So our inventory is now up by 31%. Now, the largest contributing factor to that is obviously that home sales have slowed down, so that's pushing our inventory up. But there's also an additional number of sellers that are now coming to the market at a higher rate than they were last year. And so both of those two things combined are essentially helping that housing supply start to move up. When it comes to supply, let's go ahead and take a minute and look at our absorption rate. I'll circle this for you in red as well. Currently, we're sitting at a 2.39 month supply of homes for sale in the marketplace. If you go back 1 year ago, we had a 1.7 month supply of homes available for sale in the marketplace. Now, an absorption rate is essentially a number that is used to determine supply relative to demand. And right now in our county, anything from a 0 to 3 months supply is typically considered to be a seller's market. And then anything from a 4 to 5 months supply is considered to be a neutral market. And anything that's a 6 month supply or more is typically considered to be a buyer's market. And so right now we are firmly sitting in a seller's market, but we can all see from the trend right now that those numbers are increasing really quickly. So we'll be watching that closely. The next thing to talk about is just what has been the major transformation that's taken place and how is it going to impact people that own homes here in Shasta County and what does it mean for a home buyer? Now, if you go back over the last 6 months, mortgage interest rates have practically doubled in that period of time. And it is bringing a significant headwind to home buyers in the marketplace because in the past, let's take the example of a buyer around a $400,000 qualification 6 months ago. Let's say that's what they qualified for when the rates were in the low threes. That same buyer today is now qualified in the 300 range, right around 300,000. Same buyer, but because the rates went up, what they can purchase has gone down by about $100,000. And so what you have is home inventory priced at a certain level, and you have buyers that can qualify at a different level, and that's actually having an impact on the volume in the marketplace. And so naturally the questions that everybody's asking is like, well, what to expect next? And largely what we have to do is look at a few factors. One is going to be what are the mortgage interest rates relative to wages in a marketplace, relative to the demand and the pricing of homes. And so where all of those things basically reconcile is where home values can be in the future. So if rates remain high, inventory is likely going to continue to grow. If inventory grows, you could likely start to see prices soften. And so these are the things that we'll be having to look at going forward. So in this video, you may not find it, but in our other videos or inside of our website, you can see the full market report for the month of July. I'd encourage you guys to take the time to read it. This is probably one of the more impactful reports we've written in the last 6 months in terms of kind of breaking down what's happening. And as always, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. We're here to help, here to answer questions. I look forward to seeing you guys here next month, and have a great holiday.